Hi, universe. It's Christy Rose Muir. And I am just capturing this moment right now because I feel this clarity in my being. And it's something that I feel like I created deliberately. I know that I have. Um, I'm drawing a blank right now of all the things that I would want to say to you right now, universe. But I guess it comes down to that right now I am knowing more than ever before that nothing matters more than that I feel good. Like emotionally good, down to the very core. Like no compromises, like feeling that pristine, clear vibration of my being. That is where I want to be putting all my focus. I want to be putting all of my focus into what it takes for me to maintain that state. And, the thing is that every time I reemerge into this clarity, and I feel it again, I know the things that I knew in the previous times when I was really, really clear. And about 6 to 8 years ago was a time in my life where somehow I was guided. I was practicing meditation and yoga pretty much every day. I was asking the universe very much to help me to understand what it meant to be on my path. And through a series of things, I was guided to A Course in Miracles, which rocked my world. And then I was guided to this intuition course where this beautiful teacher, Abby Gooch, she taught a small group of women how to connect to our intuition through meditation and then to use certain NLP processes that she had learned from Grinder, I think is his name, the guy, one of the founders of NLP. She traveled the world and studied with him for a little while, so she really had these processes down. And I learned how to go from a very triggered place into a super clear place. And it might take me some time, it might take a couple hours. Sometimes there were certain things that might come up that I would use the processes, especially early on, and I might get a little headway and then I'd have to go to work and then something would get stirred up and then I'd have to do some more. And, but the bottom line was that as I practiced with these techniques over time, I got to know that really clear space in me. And I didn't understand it to the degree that I understand it now, in the sense that now I've heard Abraham, which is another video altogether, but the teachings of Abraham rocked my world about 2 years ago and helped me to understand why, in a clearer way than ever, the processes I'd learned from this intuition teacher had what I would describe it as is created an avalanche of energy flow in my life. And I rode these waves for like a couple of years. I mean, I must have I'm a hermit in the system of human design. One of my things is that I'm a conscious hermit. So during that time when I learned these processes, I actually did kind of like hermit myself away. And if I wasn't doing something really good or something that I just didn't know how to get out of, like go to work, I was basically at home doing my processes and being with my emotional body. And I did that probably pretty consistently for like 6 months. And then like sporadically there for another number of months. And so this was like in the spring of 2012. And by December 2012, I had met my husband. I hadn't moved with him yet, but I met him. And then a few months later, with certain circumstances unfolding in my life, he invited me to move in with him. So I moved from San Diego to Boulder Creek. We live in the Redwood Forest together. It's like magical. I had found myself in San Diego prior to moving up here to be with him, asking myself, where are the trees? I want the trees. I mean, the ocean is there, but I just wanted trees. And now I live surrounded by trees every day. And it's just amazing to me, all of the things that lined up. And like I said, it felt like for a while I was just riding these waves. My husband, his life's work is this beautiful modality of touching people in a certain way that helps them to just experience embodiment in new ways. And I had been working as a massage therapist and a yoga instructor and teaching Nia, and then I learned this NLP stuff and some life coaching. And so his modality helped to create a container for all of these things I had learned. And I had fun for like probably a year and a half, I want to say. I was having lots of fun and I was making lots of money. And every time the money came to me for a while, it felt like it had a bow on it, and it felt like it had the sparkles on it, and the universe was saying, yes, my love, this abundance is yours, and it's always been here for you. And it was like this amazing revelation, because I hadn't known where money was my whole life. And then what happened was that I started getting action-oriented. And I started getting focused on, okay, maintain the business, focus on the work, focus on the clients, focus on these actions to support my relationship, focus on, oh, well, I'm making good money now. What if I could make more money? That would give me more freedom. So instead of focusing on my emotional state, my emotional well-being, I got focused on the details. I got focused on the manifestations. And at the time, I didn't really understand the difference. Now I do, especially thanks to the teachings of Abraham, which I have studied in depth for these last 2 years and been practicing as much as I can. I meditate every morning without fail, pretty much. But so at the time, I got focused on the manifestations, and I couldn't understand why suddenly what felt like ease, what felt like money just coming into my hand, what felt like I pick up my phone when it rings and it's the perfect client that I can't wait to meet with this person. But suddenly it was like, and like, where's the money? Where's the Everything got hard. And like pretty much nobody around me knew that the most important part of the creative process isn't the focusing on the details and the manifestations. It's the energy, and the energy is the emotion. So now, these years, I'm sure it didn't have to take me this long, and I'm really anticipating that now that I know what I know about the emotional guidance system, and I know about the 5 steps of the creative process that Abraham teaches, now that I know these things, I will never have to go through such a deep, why am I lost, what's happening to me kind of process around creativity. There will be other things, because that's what life is. But that this knowing that my job, literally my job, and my only job while I'm here on this planet, is to tend to my emotional well-being. And just even in this day today, from when I woke up to now, the confirmation, the affirmation from the universe that I am on the right path, that this knowing is absolutely true for me, and that beautiful things are on their way, which I've been sensing for a while. I just haven't known how to get at them. And now I feel this clarity about the emotional process that is developing. It's so exciting to me. So I just want to capture this on film, because this is like one of my really high moments. And that's it. Okay, universe, thanks for playing with me. I love you. Mwah.